especially for the eastern shores of Long Island, also the Jersey Shore. The northeasterly winds are happening and picking up speed because high pressure is pulling away from our area. That's what's kept it so beautiful and cool over the weekend, and we'll see just a little bit of a change as we go throughout the work week. Our temperatures returning to near normal by Tuesday. Records 91 set back in 1891, but definitely moderating a little bit over the next couple of days, and we stay storm free until Tuesday as well. So enjoy the dry conditions today and even tomorrow as everybody goes back to work. This high pressure system will hold off any rain. By 11 o'clock, our temperatures get 60 degrees, 69 by 2 o'clock in New York City. And tonight at 11, we dip back into the 50s, but it won't be as cold tonight. Oh, the rest of the AccuWeather forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Amy.
80-degree temperatures.
Rock that.
And one of those days we had 89 degrees.
Okay.
So
right.
we could still pull a little warmth out of our back pocket. Yeah, and the potential is there for some warm weather. That being said, in October we only had one day with 75 degrees. All right, let's get to the video. You guys, I've been here. This is the Wit Hotel in Chicago, and you see these folks rappelling down the side of the Wit Hotel. It is an amazing fundraiser they do every year to raise money for those with lung disease in and around the Chicago area. It stays specific and local to their area. It's the same organization that invites people to hustle up the Hancock, to run up the Hancock building. So they rappel down in the fall, and in the winter and February they climb up the Hancock building, which is 96 floors. I've never rappelled down. I have climbed up. It's all for a good cause, and wow, they had a beautiful day, right? Incredible. Yeah, they raise money. A lot of people support the cause there and help people in turn. All right. Temperatures are in the mid-50s across the area. It is really nice looking. Just a few clouds across the area. You can go ahead and go to my computer and it will show you the numbers. Temperatures are in the mid-50s, and we have a relative humidity of 77%. The barometer is falling at this hour. Winds are calm, but they're going to kick up through the afternoon. It's going to feel breezy at times. In the northern suburbs and the northern counties, temperatures are in the 40s. This is an improvement because yesterday we were in the 30s at this time. We only have one place, Monticello, at 39 degrees. All across the area, temperatures in the mid-50s, pretty seasonal for this time of year, just shy by a few degrees of what the normals are. All right, feels like fall. This cool, crisp pattern continues for another day. Monday, we're going to get a beautiful start to the work week, but the clouds today will build up from the south and we'll feel gusty winds. Finally, we'll be back to the mid-70s by the middle of the week, and that's also going to mark the return of some showers for our area. Until then, we're high and dry. Gorgeous conditions across the area. Just a few clouds building up from the south. Not a big deal, but if you're wondering about the sky conditions, the clouds do move in later in the day. We stay windy pretty much across the area, but windiest at the coast where 30-mile-an-hour winds on the tip of Long Island are expected. High pressure continues to pull away from us, but it allows for a super start as another high pressure system builds back in from the west. So Monday's going to look really beautiful. Here we are on the Futurecast by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Pretty much clear skies across the area. A lot of sunshine through the afternoon. Then by Tuesday, another system comes in, and this brings a chance for showers by Tuesday at 7 a.m. It looks like these will be brief. The front really weakens as it moves into our area, but nonetheless, it'll bring a chance for rain back to our 5-day forecast. Football weather for today, 1 o'clock kickoff. It is NFL Sunday, 67 degrees, MetLife Stadium as the Jaguars play the Jets. The winds could be an issue during the game, so we'll be watching for that. 69 degrees today, 58 this afternoon. The AccuWeather forecast taking us in to a start to the work week that looks very, very nice. 71 degrees, still cool tomorrow night at 58, and the 5-day forecast does show temperatures bouncing back into the 80s. Tuesday 75, Wednesday 80 degrees, Thursday in the upper 70s. So it's not a heat wave by any measure, but it does look pretty good. We can get warm still this time of year. The records are usually in the low 90s through the end of September.
We don't necessarily want that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I don't think we're going to get hot, but at least more mild weather still waiting.
All good. All good. Thank you, dear.
You got it.
Straight ahead on Eyewitness News on this Sunday morning, President Obama's plan to change the tax code by adding a new tax.
Eyewitness News Sunday morning. Meteorologist Amy Freeze is here now with our first look at this morning's weather. It is chilly out there.
It is. It's cool. It's not as chilly as it was yesterday morning, but still, you can feel that cool, crisp feel in the atmosphere, and we're going to get that again throughout the afternoon today. Temperatures right now in Long Island, pretty different. We have Hauppauge right now at 52 degrees, but on the other side, Northport, we've got 61. And as we go throughout the day today, the easterly facing shorelines are going to be cool, and we could get some winds up to 30 miles an hour. So it really could be a blustery feel by the afternoon if you're near the Jersey Shore or on the Long Island coast. Now, as far as the skies go, a few clouds coming and going, not a real big deal. The day planner works out like this. Temperatures in the mid-50s through the 8 o'clock hour, so you'll need the jacket this morning as you head out. But by 2 o'clock, we'll get some sunshine in here. The clouds build up, and we'll get a high of 69. It's breezy by 7 o'clock. The sun going down right about 7 o'clock this evening, and temperatures falling back into the 60s. I'll have the full AccuWeather forecast coming up in just a few minutes. See you then.
They really got hit. Those
hammered, right?
Right, just completely off the foundation.
Yeah, houses lost completely.
Really
and we have the ripple effect, of course. And,
right.
you know, we all experienced the storm, and then some people were hit in their personal lives. But down the line, it seems like, you know, you can find a connection to the storms and how it affects people for months and months, even years to come.
Right.
So costs us in a lot of different ways. And interesting, we just got some calculations in from the agricultural market, and also some of the farmers are reporting that the crop of pumpkins was hit especially hard, not just because of Irene. Earlier in the season, fungus was already affecting many of the plants because of our very wet summer, but pumpkin patches since Irene were totally wiped out in a lot of cases, and they're going to have trouble meeting the demand. So not only will we have pathetic pumpkins, but we may have to pay a premium price.
Right.
Thank you, Peter
Piper.
Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, that looks like one of the results of Irene, so that'll be something to watch out for. This ripple effect will likely continue in many ways, and we've seen it in supermarkets in some cases as well. Looking north towards the George Washington Bridge, good visibility this morning, just a few clouds out there. As we get started, we're mainly in the 50s in and around the city, so we'll check the numbers. This is kind of thin veil of clouds out there. 56 degrees currently, 75% humidity, and northeast wind that's light at 7 miles an hour. Pressure's on the rise, and the morning low was at 53. Now, in and around the boroughs, we're warming up. Brooklyn already has 59 degrees. Staten Island is at 55. JFK has a reading of 54 degrees, but we're still in the 30s and 40s. Back to the north and west, Sussex currently at 42 degrees, 44 Poughkeepsie, and 39 Monticello. Out on the tip of Long Island, warmest spot, Montauk, 60 degrees. They're getting the winds blowing in off the ocean. The ocean water temperatures are in the low 60s right now, so that keeps things a little more moderate. That'll be the case for you out there eastern shores of Long Island. Could see winds up to about 30 miles an hour today as this high pressure starts to move away from us. And the high pressure has been what's been protecting us from storms. It's sort of sliding off to the north and east, and as it does so, some of those northeasterly winds are wrapping back in behind it, and that'll make it feel breezy at times, especially windy at the coast, and a high of 69 in New York City. Tomorrow, the sun is back. It's bigger, it's brighter, and it's a super start to the week with a high of 71 degrees. Now, as far as rainfall, looks like we're going to hold off another 24, 48 hours at least before we get any chances for rain around here. Monday, we start off with dry skies, a lot of sunshine through the afternoon. Then late on Monday into early Tuesday, the clouds are going to race in ahead of a cold front. Now, this front is expected to come through central New York and produce some rain showers and then weaken as it hits New York City. So we'll call it a brief shower on Tuesday. The computer model is probably printing out a more dramatic picture than it will actually turn out to be. So not looking for any major flood concerns with that front that comes through on Tuesday. Air quality is good. The UV index rating today is high at a 6 rating. Pollen counts are low to moderate, but I've heard a lot of people complaining ragweed issues are still creeping up. So if you have allergies, that's something to be on the lookout for today. Clouds giving way to sunshine throughout the afternoon, 69 degrees. It'll be windy at times. In the AccuWeather forecast, overnight lows tonight will be more mild in the upper 50s. And then tomorrow, a nice start to the work week with 71 degrees. 58 tomorrow night, so still cool, but you'll notice the temperatures coming up, and that'll be the trend throughout the week. 75 by Tuesday with a brief shower possible, not a real rain out or washout. By Wednesday, a high of 80 with scattered showers in the area. Weather will be unsettled through the middle part of the week, but definitely warmer. It'll just be perhaps wet in spots. So we are going to warm back up. It's not going to be this chilly for a long time. I like it. Thank you.
Before we go to break, let's look at today's Channel 7 community calendar for the sun.
Hi, Amy.
Good morning to the both of you. Hello, everybody. Outside, we do have just a few thin clouds out, and temperatures are climbing into the upper 50s across the area, except for the northern suburbs. They're still stuck in the 40s. We started in the 30s for Monticello. They're up to 41. Port Jervis has 44 degrees. We have 49 in Armonk. We'll see these temperatures slowly climbing into the 50s. They'll join everybody else across the area, and two warm places to talk about. Toms River all the way up to 61, and Montauk 60 degrees. What they have in common, proximity to the ocean water. And as we see these easterly winds coming in, we'll see moderate temperatures near the shorelines, but also very gusty winds. So that combination of the wind and the temperature will make it feel a little cooler there. 75 and 60s are the normals for this time of year. Sunrise was officially at 6:39 this morning. The radar and satellite picture shows us storm-free, and we stay that way through the afternoon. Here's the day planner. Through 8 o'clock, our temperatures are pushing the upper 50s. By 2 o'clock, a high of 69. It's windy through the afternoon, and after sunset, temperatures drop to 60 degrees. All the rest of the AccuWeather 5-day forecast coming out in just a few minutes. Michelle?
All right. This morning, still have path bears. Ugh. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday, September 18th. I'm Lisa Calagrassi in for Phil Lippos.
And I'm Michelle Charlesworth. Good to have you with us in the second half of the weekend. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you sitting here. Him. Meteorologist Amy Freeze here now with our first look at this morning's weather. I think I'm getting used to the chilliness already.
Yeah, the fall feels nice. A couple days in a row now. Getting used to it slowly but surely. Good morning, everybody. Starting with the temperatures at the park, it's 54 degrees. We had an overnight low of 53. The humidity at 77%. The winds are out of the northeast at 7 miles an hour, and the pressure is on the rise. That high pressure system that kept us dry yesterday still in place, but it'll be moving off to the north and east, and it looks like by the middle of the week we'll return to a chance for showers. The normals for this time of year, 75 and 60. Sunrise time will officially be at 6:39 this morning, but the daylight hours are shrinking. Sunset time is for 7 p.m. Showers offshore. We get the winds coming inland, but the rain stays away. This high pressure will slide off to the north and east, and we could get windy at times. Here's the day planner. Mid-60s through the 8 o'clock hour. By 2 o'clock in New York City, 69. That'll be the expected high temperature. Things turn breezy after sunset, with temperatures falling right around 60 degrees. We'll have a return to the 80s this week. I'll have all that coming up in the AccuWeather 5-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Well, you get your,
how can you even hold
too.
that with one hand?
I know. Those women I have seen where they have 4 in each hand.
I don't know how
and some more. And they walk around. They walk far. And they're full and go, here's yours and here's yours. And that's 8 people. Amazing.
I always thought Oktoberfest was a celebration of the bratwurst, but I guess
it really is as well.
Unofficial. Yes. Yeah, it's not quite the mixture that I thought it was.
Right.
One item more dominant than others.
Right.
Around here, it's starting to feel a little bit like October, right?
And, very cool.
And our temperatures are going to be cool for one more day, and then we'll sort of make this gradual climb back towards 80 degrees in the 5-day forecast. So if it's a little bit too much of a rush this fall weather for you, we will get some warmer conditions coming back into the forecast. But, you know, it's inevitable. It'll be here sooner rather than later. And as we get started across the area this morning, you'll want your jacket, that's for sure. Look at this live picture looking over the river. Really sort of beautiful, but you'll notice that the winds are going to be picking up from time to time today. These are northeasterly winds, so that's going to keep it feeling cooler with temperatures in the 60s, just a few degrees warmer than we were yesterday. Add in those winds, it's still going to feel really cool and crisp. So a jacket is in order, and you will appreciate it as we get into the afternoon. 56 degrees at Central Park, 64% humidity. Northeast winds are light, 7 miles an hour. We expect those to pick up to 15 to 20 miles an hour, becoming a little gusty through the afternoon. We had a morning low of 53 degrees, and temperatures on Long Island right now really depends on where you are. Great Neck has 57. Hauppauge has 52 degrees, but Northport's all the way up to 61. So if you're closer to the shore, closer to the coast, you'll see the air moving in off the ocean, and right now the water temperatures are in the low 60s, so a little bit more mild over the water than it is over land from last night's cool temperatures that were down to the 40s and 50s across the area. Here are the headlines. Another feel like fall day. The clouds will start to build in from the south, so as the day goes on, you may notice some clouds creeping into the area. Also, gusty winds a possibility. We get back into the mid-70s by the middle of this week and near 80 before the week is done. Our next threat to get wet also arrives for the middle part of the week. Satellite and radar combined this morning, just a few clouds around, not a big deal. The storms are well offshore, and the jet stream is steering any stormy weather away from us. The best we get today as far as a wrinkle in the forecast is a little little wind. A high of 69. That high pressure pulls off to the north and east, and another high pressure system tries to build in from the west, giving us a super start to the work week. Temperatures in the low 70s on Monday. It's going to look great. It's going to feel great. And then rain arriving on Tuesday. So the Futurecast starts us off nice Monday at 9 o'clock with a lot of sunshine. And then Monday night into Tuesday morning, the clouds will build in, and there's this weak front moving across central New York and central Pennsylvania. It does continue to weaken as it moves into our area, but I think we get some brief showers out of this on Tuesday. Another chance to get wet on Wednesday. But the Futurecast pointing out or printing out just a little bit of moisture with this, less than a half an inch, so not really a super soaker. Football weather on this NFL Sunday. We get a kickoff at MetLife Stadium at 1 o'clock with 67 degrees. Northeast winds could be up to 18 miles an hour, so the Jaguars playing the Jets. Could be interesting to watch the winds in the football game. AccuWeather today, showers both days.
All righty. Thank you, dear.
Enjoy.
Straight ahead on Eyewitness News on the Sunday. Sun's shining. Not too bad, right? It's a little chilly. Feels good.
Yeah. Meteorologist Amy Freeze is here now with our first look at this morning's weather. Hey, Amy.
I think this weekend's been great. Yesterday was really nice. Today we're going to get a repeat. The temperatures have been a little bit on the cool side, but think of it as a fall preview, just a little flash. Temperatures are in the mid-50s. Central Park humidity 64%, and the pressure is falling. Winds are calm there. We'll see the northeast winds picking up through the afternoon. Just a few clouds decorating the sky right now. North suburbs started in the 30s. They've climbed up about 5-6 degrees, and currently we have 48 degrees in Armonk. Danbury is at 44. And across the area, the warmest spots have been the tip of Long Island, Montauk, which has 60 degrees, and Toms River has made it to the low 60s, but just after the sunrise, they slip back into the 50s. So here's the AccuWeather Almanac. Our normals for this time of year, 75 and 60 degrees. The sunset this evening will be at 7 o'clock, so the daylight hours shrinking and shrinking across the area. Good deal of sunshine through the middle part of the day, and then clouds increasing up from the south. It'll be windy. 69 degrees the expected high in New York City. After 8 o'clock, temperatures slipping back to the low 60s. I'll have the full AccuWeather forecast coming up in just a few minutes. We'll see you then, Michelle.
They're always skinny, too.
Oh, I know.
Somewhat skinny. At least not big. It's amazing to me.
I know.
So, let's talk about something else, because I'm feeling a little, not so much. Yeah. Not so much with that.
A lot of people like this little transition into fall. Other people are not so sure. They're like a little bit of a crisp, cool. They want to hold on to summer, basically, is what their argument is. So, the bad news is that this is a fall preview, and we are going to have another cool day. The good news, however, is, though, our climate research from last year, past this date, we still had 5 80-degree days, one of them with 89. So we can still get warm this time of year, and it looks like in the 5-day forecast we'll at least get one more 80-degree day. But first picture is coming in from Oklahoma. Some big storms ripping through the area. From these vantage points, you can see these sort of large wedge tornadoes that touched down, 3 of them in Fairview, Oklahoma. Some research out, too, this month shows that the tornado Alley area of Arkansas and Oklahoma has had more tornadoes on average in the past decade, measured against the prior 20-year average. So increasing storms, or maybe increasing populations, looking at these storms and capturing them on video. Nonetheless, still a stormy season there. We haven't had any tropical sightings in the Atlantic for the last week or so, and that's the quietest period that we've had since early August. So as far as storms go, we're still getting tornadoes this time of year, and we are in the middle of hurricane season as well. So still lots to watch out for as far as severe weather from the plains all the way out into the Atlantic. Things are quiet in the Atlantic for now, and we have a little bit of tranquil weather around here. Beautiful sky conditions, temperatures slightly below the average for this time of year, but still pretty nice. Looking north on the Hudson, really looks like a beautiful start to the day. You'll want the jacket or the sweater, an extra layer this morning. We're at 56 degrees for Central Park's readings, 64% humidity, and northeast wind at 7 miles an hour. Pressure is on the rise. The morning low was 53 degrees. In and around the boroughs, the warmest spot, the Brooklyn area, 59 is their reading. Staten Island currently has 55. Tip of Montauk, 60 degrees, and Toms River's at 57. White Plains, you're currently at 51 degrees. 40s for Monticello, Poughkeepsie, and Sussex. So cool start in the northern counties this morning. Just a few clouds coming and going early on. We get bright sunshine through the afternoon, and the clouds will increase once again from the south. So through central Jersey and along the shores, we'll look for these clouds to build in late in the afternoon and evening hours. Windy at the coast as well. High pressure is trying to pull away from the New York City area. As it does, the northeasterly winds will kick up and make it feel cool and breezy through the afternoon. By Monday, though, high pressure builds back in. A lot of sunshine to start. We'll call it 71, and a super start to the work week. Really is going to look nice. Through the rest of this evening, storms stay offshore. The jet stream is directing any stormy weather away from our area, and so a lot of sunshine through Monday. The clouds will be back late Monday night into Tuesday, where a cold front will be approaching. As it comes into our area, we're looking for this front to weaken. It could produce a few stray showers, but not looking for any super soakers. And we've been watching the numbers, and it looks like the rainfall will be very limited on Tuesday, just brief showers from time to time. Air quality is good today. The UV rating is at a 6. Low to moderate for the pollen counts, and ragweed has been the main problem. Here's the printout from the computers on how much rain we could potentially get through Tuesday night, and it doesn't look like a lot, just a few hundredths of an inch, and that's over a large period of time. So light, brief showers on at 7online.com.
Good stuff.
Okay, thanks, Amy.
Thanks,
A construction crew will start across the New York City area.